As far as advice for academically accomplished students, it's if you're academically accomplished, most likely you have friends or your peer group, they're also academically accomplished. So you've probably been either competitive or with competitive people your entire educational career. So my thing is don't get swept up in the competition or don't get I don't know. There's a feeling that you're falling behind sometimes by with the colleges you're getting denied or accepted to and from, and just where you decide to go, because literally every person that I saw basically on a day-to-day basis that I talked to often got accepted into an Ivy League and then decided to go to that Ivy League, with some exceptions being like, oh, low-class colleges like Vanderbilt or Duke or University of Illinois or University of Chicago, real low-class colleges like that. No, everyone went to all these top brand name schools and everything. And I decided to go to UMBC, which is just, what is that school? I've never heard of that school. That's what most people say. Like, I got into Georgia Tech and I got into UGA, where the other part that didn't go to the Ivy Leagues, the other part of my high school, they all went to Georgia Tech, UGA, and Georgia State. And Georgia State, right? Yeah, so I decided to forego those and forego Amherst, which at least people had heard of. And I went to UMBC, and at the time I was like, I want to go there, but what am I doing? I'm screwing myself over. This isn't going to be good. Completely false. Completely false. I'm going to a school that is catering to my needs, that is seeing me as an individual and really helping me out, as evidenced by all the opportunities that they're giving me, all the support that they're giving me, everything like that. If I went to Georgia Tech, no one would... The effect of what is UMBC would be, who is Samuel Patterson? If you go to another school, I feel like. It's like, I don't know where your school is, but if I went to your school, no one would know who I am, because I'm not an individual there. That's my main thing, because I wouldn't have gotten any of the support I'm getting at these other schools. So even if your school isn't, that school, this is this prestigious school. If it's the school for you, it's the school for you, regardless of where your friends are going. So don't worry about prestige, name, anything like that, because it really doesn't matter. It just really doesn't. And it paid off because we beat the number 1 seed, UVA, so everything's fine. I mean, people started talking about my school. They got in the papers. So UMBC made opportunities available, made them on my radar. They put them on my radar so I knew about them. And then I could apply to them and then get help as I'm applying. And then once I get in, I also get help there. If I'm at Georgia Tech, as soon as I hear about an opportunity, that means 90,000 other people have also heard about that same opportunity and are better qualified for it because they're older and they've taken more classes and they have more experience and stuff like that. So I'm going to a school of 14,000 people, and not all of them are interested in the same thing. In fact, very few relatively are economics majors, very few are math majors, and even fewer are math econ majors. So I have certain opportunities, and it's a limited pool of who's going to be going after these opportunities. And because of, here's where prestige does matter sometimes. When you're applying to something and someone can name the program or school you're coming from, and they have fond memories of people who have come through from that program or that school, then they're more likely to accept you and stuff like that. Well, no one knows UMBC, but apparently, I'm not saying apparently like I'm surprised, but everyone who's in academia knows the Meyerhoff Scholars Program. So I tell people I'm a Meyerhoff Scholar, and they're like, come here, get on in here, it's cool, come on, and stuff like that. But nowhere else, not Amherst, Georgia Tech, anywhere else I applied.
Did you receive any information about the Meyerhoff Scholars Program from your high school?
From my high school? No. My high school didn't, no one at my high school knew what UMBC was, let alone the Meyerhoff Scholars Program. They were like, you can go to Ivy Leagues, or you can go to Georgia Tech, Georgia State, or UGA. 2 options.